Your Excellencies, the ministers, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors who are here, the chair of the board of ICT Authority, Honorable Lily Ngok, the board members of ICT Authority here, our guests and visitors and delegates of the Connected Africa Summit 2026 from over 47 countries, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. It's a great and special day for us to be here this morning. This is our 15th Connected series and the third Connected Africa Summit. To put in perspective, the official opening of this Connected Africa Summit 2026 will be tomorrow morning, where we'll have some of our VIPs and delegations from across the continent will be here. Today, we are here to welcome you to this important event, and we are very excited to see all of you. Karibuni, Nairobi. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to the Age Convention Center for the Connected Africa Summit 2026. We are deeply honored to host you, this distinguished gathering of leaders, policymakers, innovators, development partners from across Africa and even beyond. I'm very glad to see some of our friends from across the globe, including ambassadors, technology companies, and the Friends of Kenya. Your presence here today reflects a shared urgent understanding. As digital transformation accelerates globally, Africa stands at a very critical inflection point. The decisions we make today and over this period of Connected Africa Summit will determine our continent's position in the future global digital economy. We gather at a defining moment across Africa. Innovation is driving governments. Innovation is thriving. Governments are digitizing public services. Startups are commanding global investment, and the demand for high-speed connectivity is growing each day. Recent research by McKinsey confirms this extraordinary potential, revealing that at the scale of deployment of generative AI alone, it could unlock between $61 billion and also $103 billion in additional economic value annually across the continent. This momentum is supported by the physical reality of our infrastructure, the aspiration of a deeply connected African continent. It's not just a promise, but it is an emerging reality. It is an installed high-capacity reality, extensive undersea network cables touching our various ports from East Coast, West Coast, Southern Coast, and along the northern part of our continent. Inland, we have made significant progress in expanding terrestrial infrastructure through collaborative efforts across our partner states. We are driving digital transformation via national backbone infrastructure initiatives, such as the National Backbone Infrastructure in Uganda, Rwanda's National Fiber Optic Backbone, South Sudan National Fiber Backbone, and Kenya's own digital superhighway. However, we must be candid. Despite these massive strides, there are still communities where fiber has not reached. There are still regions where connectivity remains unreliable, and citizens who remain digitally excluded. We also have witnessed moments where some infrastructure damage caused some regions to be in digital darkness. This is why some of the projects like Northern Corridor Infrastructure Project, with initiatives such as the Regional Broadcast Communication Satellite Communication Program, are vital. And also the other projects we are having, like the North the African Horn of Africa Gateway Program, touching on Kenya, Somali, Djibouti, and opening connectivity to the Kenya, East Africa, at the Red Sea through Djibouti, through Somali, and even through Sudan. These are some of the initiatives that we are very proud of as a continent. We've also had a project of East African Trade Facilitation Program that has seen laying of fiber through Kenya, through Eldoret, to the border of Kenya and southern Sudan. And we see possibilities of extending that all the way to the west coast. At the same time, we have fiber connectivity to our neighbors through Uganda all the way to South Africa. So we ask, why Connected Africa and why now? Because the next chapter of Africa's growth will depend entirely on our ability to move from isolated success stories into a single cohesive continental ecosystem. We have the opportunity to unleash a truly unified market of over 1.4 billion people, a borderless ecosystem where data, services, digital currencies flow as seamless as electricity across our borders. However, as we frame our discussions over the next few days, we must acknowledge a fundamental truth. Connectivity alone is not enough. For our digital ecosystem to truly thrive, they must be secure, inclusive, and built on trusted systems that protect our citizens and our institutions and our economies, and also reflects our interest of sovereignties as nations. Trust and cybersecurity are the absolute foundations upon which all our digital progress depends. We must adopt a philosophy of resilience by design, guaranteeing systemic baseline defenses embedded into our foundational architecture rather than relying on reactive security patching. As we build our digital public infrastructure and expand our data economies, we must establish strong governance frameworks that guarantee our digital sovereignty. These rest on three critical pillars. One, deploying sovereign digital public infrastructure. Secondly, enacting unified data governance frameworks and ensuring that critical infrastructure and computational power are hosted within the continent. We must ensure that our data is protected, that value is retained locally, and that systems remain sovereign, accountable, and resilient. The momentum is already with us. The African Free Trade Area Digital Trade Protocol presents unprecedented opportunity to unlock across our border commerce, simplifying market access, accelerate regional trade, and some of the key sectors like telecommunication, banking, public sector are some of the emerging front runners, proving that Africa is strongly positioned to lead in the digital age. To maximize this momentum, we must put our people at the core of this transformation. Africa possesses the world's youngest workforce, with over 60% of our population under the age of 25. We must build a future-ready workforce, foster localized innovation, guaranteeing inclusion so that no demographic section of our population is left behind. This summit thus provides us with a platform to exchange ideas and apply the integration framework, aligning our policies through coordinated legislative action, building collaborative partnership, learning from other regions, and providing opportunities between public and private actors, and also committing to a unified execution in our various countries. We must ensure that by the end of this gathering, we are not just aligned in vision, but have a clear, timely actions. Kenya remains steadfast in its commitment to work with all African nations and global partners to ensure that we build a connected Africa that is resilient, sovereign, and globally competitive. Once again, I welcome all of you to Nairobi. I wish you a very highly productive and successful summit. And we believe this platform will provide you a launchpad to the continent, a platform to connect with the rest of the continent, and also a platform to learn from each other as we engage. With those remarks, thank you very much, and God bless you. Welcome, Karibu.